Hey guys, happy Friday. We're in this. We're in this. Um, let's do this. Load up the charts. Keep in mind yesterday, hesitation affected me. That happens. But I'm ready to show up. Continue to take high quality trades and be careful. Risk off. It's the Friday routine. But at the end of the day, either I take a loss. And if I do, guess what? I'm gonna be break even on the week, which I'm totally fine with. Or I'll take a win, which will be 10 points to 20 points. So I don't know what the market will give us. Yesterday was a lot of chop chop. Usually it's a lot of chop chop. Only it really depends on what happens in, like around the first 30 to 1 hour. So let's start analyzing. Let's get over to the 1 day and 1 hour. So here we got a whole lot of nothing. Okay, so just simply really opened a little bit lower, but not going anywhere, just hugging the EMA. Same thing goes for NQ. And then the 1 week, I mean, it's nice. We could have continuation for candle close, but not saying it's gonna happen. I don't know. We do have this resistance. I think it's gonna act as a resistance. Don't see why not. Yeah, that's all the way up here. Okay. Yeah, so that was a resistance yesterday too. I don't know if you'll break it because we literally have to make no. It could be choppy. I'm inclined that it'll be choppy, but I may be wrong, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so now let's get to the 1 hour and 4 hour. So the 4 hour, yeah, a whole lot of chop right here. We're consolidating PO3 structure, seeing a liquidity sweep. Maybe we have a pull down lower potentially, and then we can distribute higher. We still haven't fully cleared this gap. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna look back at the areas to get a better understanding. Okay, this whole range is pretty tight. It has been tight before. Okay, so that's that. And for ES, yeah, it's again another tight range, and we're at the bottom of the range. So maybe and I would like to see a liquidity sweep, just because if we do that, it's just better to shake out buyers and introduce more opportunity for buyers to come in and play to the top of the range. Let's see how that works out. Excuse me. Yeah, so the 1 hour, same thing. You're really just in this range. Buyers did try and failed. Buyers did try here too and failed. So that's interesting. Yesterday I realized that I didn't know how I didn't see this, but like sellers are in control. Like we had a liquidity sweep continuation, did not respect the EMA, and had yesterday's value area high. That's like a perfect mix of, okay, that's gonna be A plus trade. I don't know, I hesitated on that. I think it was just simply because I was trying to limit our market. I'm just gonna simply put my order and let it be. I need to get back to that. I'm doing too much compute before getting the trade, which is just hesitation, and I need to have conviction and confirmation, but calm, like calm, but also quick. So I need to find a balance, because ever since last week, I've been kind of bumpy with that. It really has just been 2 days now, 3 days. Okay, now let's get to the. Oops. Oh shit. Let me fix that. Okay, let's get to 50-minute and 30-minute. So here, I mean, there's not much to say. We kind of went over it on the 1 hour and 4 hour. I use the 13-minute, 50-minute at least. Like the only thing I really use it for is if we really have structure, um, that really shows well on the 30-minute or and 50-minute. But usually I go to the 1 hour and 4 hour because you can really see a lot of the past information really well. I like that. But I used to once all I used to at time like when I first started trading, I used to only trade on the 50-minute chart, just one chart, the 50-minute chart, and I used to think the 5 minute is too like confusing. Then I used to think the 1 minute is too confusing. So I stayed executing the 15-minute chart for like I think 6 months maybe. It's just crazy. And I would wait. That was funny. Because each count was 50 minutes, so I would get in and be like, oh, it's gonna go up. Like it's just crazy. Like I had and that's a true effect of Dunning-Kruger effect. Like you don't know as much as you do don't know, right? And there was so much I didn't know, and I just I just kept on trading. Um, yeah, but it took me a while to get to the 5 minute, 1 minute. Like the took a long time. But anyways, so that's not why we're here. Let's talk about trading. Okay, so I'm gonna get you to the uh 5 minute and 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. Sellers are in control. Look at this. Bearish structure on the 5 minute. Slogging. Actually, you know what? Let me talk about the past because like, you know, we're chilling here. There should be chill vibes. So yeah, so I started organically, just simply just simply starting trading because I found out that there was a stock market. That was 3.5 years ago, and then I got in it organically because I knew someone who was into mutual funds, and um I invested my money, and I didn't like other people investing my money. That's really it. And then I was like, you know what, let me take all this money out because I found out there's a broker. So I started trading my money, but I did like investing slash swing trading. I made $100 from that, but it was too slow for me. So then I started getting courses, learning more, and then unfortunately, yeah, I think that's what happened, right? Yeah, found out about options. Yeah, options, bloodbath for me. Yikes! It was rough. Like, and I was trading options on earnings. So yeah, that was rough. I did have some. I mean, I remember I had some highs and lows. Of course, I remember one high. It's just because it's funny. I was like, I made $1,200 on a Tesla earning, and I was sharing the news to my whole family, thinking like I made it. Fucking next day, it's just all given back. So it's funny, but I was like so hopeful, so I kept on continue. This is too loud. I continued and continued. Um, just refining myself. If sellers continue to take control, we could test the low, but more importantly, we could move down to POC if sellers really have momentum. I would like to see that, to be honest, because I mean, yes, we could trade back higher. It's always on the table, and it could very well be the situation as well. Yeah, so then I just kept on losing money. Yeah, that was really it for like two months, just losing money. And I kind of like reached like a point where I was like, okay, I don't have much money left. Like I basically broke, yeah. And I took a 2 month break, and I don't remember exactly what I did. I kind of just I was in a low point, was also not learning as much. Like I was learning, but like not as much. Then I came back and I put like a decent amount, like $500,000, and I lost that pretty quickly. That's when I was like, okay, what the fuck am I doing? And I think I should stop saying the F word, because not be doing that on YouTube. So um yeah, so then in the like two now it's is it 2 years? Yeah, I guess 2 years ago. Oh, yeah, 2 years. I made a change where I just like that's when I got really locked in. I never saw myself work that hard towards a single thing. I was just like every single day, probably my whole waking hours, maybe 1 hour of eating. Not actually, like even when I was eating, like I was so focused on learning, and I just like I know a month, but a month in that condition, you're gonna learn a lot. So I learned a lot. I started really taking things serious, and I started like actually training much better. But my emotions, like my emotional regulation was still not there yet. So a lot of ups and downs, and I ended up taking another break. And then I got kind of silly because I had a good amount of savings, and I was like, you know what? I trust myself. I put it all into the market so I could trade with bigger size, and it started off really good actually. I think I had my first profitable month, but that was just because I made like 2 3 trades in the month. But still, then I just gave it back slowly but painfully. Ooh, painfully for sure. Because it was like I would lose like 60% of my account and then make 60% back and then be all like, okay, that was a close call. And then lose 100% of my account. So it was emotional chaos. Then I ended up taking another break and I came back and it kept on blowing up, but lessons were getting better. Like I was learning, I was actually getting more consistent. Then yeah, so then I think I was actually just like I was slow bleeding, but I was slow bleeding for a whole 6 months. So I was just like I was at $1,000 and I was just taking paper cuts for a whole 6 months. I mean, lessons were there because you were learning how to be patient, how to not overtrade and all that. That was great. Then I had this one emotional chaos event where I just took one trade and I just immediately broke my rules. And then I made it all back the next day, yeah, weirdly. To then lose it again, and that was like that happens a lot and it hurts a lot. So but that happens a lot, like where I lose it all, make it back, and then lose it all. Simply, if you don't walk away from whatever chaos, like, whatever's happening, if you need to walk away, like I think the most crucial lesson I learned now at this stage is the power of walking away. Like what I mean by that is that if I'm down, like be down and walk away. Like even if you're down 30%, 50%, but that's a risk management problem which you should address first. But yeah, just that whole process of knowing to walk away really would save you. And also just like less is more. Like you're not trying to take home runs, you're not trying to like make it happen in a short period of time. That also happened for me, and that really happened for me after now it's been a year and a half ago. But let's go. Okay, it's 9:45. So the market has second leg structure. It's chopping. Might be a no trade day, and I mean that. I keep saying that and I don't mean it, so I'm gonna mean it this time. But if we do have good movement, I'm just trying to see how would it work. I don't think this can be a 20-point trade. Do do. Hmm. Something like this. This could definitely break the PLC. So close. What's the distance? Oops, I won't be able to check. There are too many lines here. Oh, there we go. 10 points. Ooh. Okay. Anyways, liquidity there. This may be a play. I do like it because risk is better. Um, yeah, this is alright. I mean, they're both in synchronized. Okay, that was a good pullback, but I kind of, if you want to see, I mean, that's good. Let's see if buyers, sellers continue, but you know, it just traps the buyers who got in first. Not a problem. Um, Back to what we were saying, yeah. So then, yeah, so a year and a half ago, I made a change where I really went with less is more. Like, I used to like look at the market the whole day, and I started only looking for an hour, like yeah, my hour or two. Um, and that was like a huge change because I started learning that mental capital is important. Like, you have a like it's finite, right? Like if you're not careful, your brain is using this energy that allows you to like be clear, think clearly, and execute clearly. And if you're not taking track of it, um, you're just kind of like, if you keep doing things like, if I keep taking losses, but all the losses are C grade trades, which I'm like let's say I take a trade right now, that's not part of my structure, right? And if I keep doing that, guess what? It's gonna start like burning my mental capital. If I do that day by day by day, I'm gonna end up tilting because I'm just like adding stress to my brain like for no reason. So if I take high quality trades and I'm wrong, it's better because like it's less stressful for my brain. But yeah, basically I started understanding how the importance of mental capital. One sec, let me just see this 550. So there's liquidity of 550. No, 550 is all the way down here. Okay. Basically saying there will be a new low. But why? Value area is here at 575. Maybe something like this. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Filled with one contract so far. I'm not gonna count that. That was literally one contract. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't get filled. That was one contract. Let me just see if I want to make sure that that was one contract. Because if it was more, that would suck. No, I'm not gonna count that. That's not one trade. Oops. Yeah, that was one contract, but still $21 for one. Reasonable, but it's okay. Okay, buyer stepping in. Like this is where like I'm starting to question. Like I did quite take a trade, but if I got filled with one contract and you know, like I'm not like I could have been, yeah, if I got filled with full size and I got stomped out, yeah, then okay, you know, um then I would walk away because that's a full loss. But I just got filled with one contract. So that's why I'm like, you know what, like I didn't I didn't do I didn't do that wrong. Yeah, let me do it like this. That liquidity is still lower. The buyers are slowly stepping in, a little bit weak, but stepping in. Yeah, so then I I started having less like, emotional emotional days where like of tilt and all that. And I started trading much better, and I again almost had my profitable month. But on the last day of the month, I I just like gave back. I just completely lost it. Like I this is what really happened though, and I still need to be careful of it. I did something wrong, and it worked. This is the dangerous part about trading. When you do something wrong but it worked, and it worked well, so my brain was like, oh yay, I'm doing good. But I just broke my rules, and there's consequences for that, and I didn't put any. I was excited about that, so then I come back to the market thinking like everything is good, and like just that whole thing led to more rule breaking, and then I end up taking a 50% drawdown, and that was like my worst, like the next day only, like it only lasted 24 hours, but I put myself in a lot of fucking like, sorry, the F word, I need to be careful of it, a lot of like pain. Like, I was really hard on myself. I did a lot of bad things. um but yeah, that happened. um I'm not seeing it very clearly right now because my brain is like my brain fight is kind of like just looking for opportunities, which is not good. I need like a proper opportunity. I need to calm down. Like, I think it's because I'm talking too. So I'm gonna start focusing, but like basically that was it. And then after that, it just started again becoming a slow bleed. But then only like what, 4 months ago, I finally, like, it hit me like a rail of trains of started. I'm actually profitable and consistent for a good 4 months, and I'm like just the most calmest I've ever been. I also really don't. Less is more. Like, just my whole mindset has changed like a lot. That was a big switch. Give me a sec. What about like if I trying to see how this could play? Nah. Wait for more confirmation. I could do like that, but I want my wrist to be good. Two seconds. Mm, I think this is the best. Mm-hmm. Very choppy. This time it filled me with full size. Seller's weak. 5 seconds left. Sorry, buyer's weak. My bad. Really want to see that push now. I'm gonna move that to break even. There's no point not to. Very weak here. Ooh, very weak. Don't like that. Break even. Very weak. I don't think, let me see. Did I run 20 points? Because if it did, that's a problem. Oh, it did. Ugh. Hmm. I could have took the 20 points. Damn it. Yeah. That was too big of a trade. Like, yeah, but that's just a random exit. Really thought that it could run to that, but okay. Live and learn, but at least it was a break even. Just the fact that a liquidity sweep and no continuation. But I can't do a second trade. Um yeah, a little annoying just because I could have been out of this trade if I like yeah, you don't know, but like anyways, it is what it is. Uh I don't know. My head it's just annoying. And I'm generally just annoyed. Because I'm like, fuck, man. I was like, I could have taken the 20 points. But I didn't. I forgot that I was looking for 28 points. It's gonna happen now, but I had to give some pain. The market gave some pain, and now it's more capable of doing it. But I like that I moved to break even. I think it's important I took a break even. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna walk away, and you know, I think it's an important lesson. Could have taken like this is an important lesson. Like even though it was a good trade, the real lesson is just that like um you know, just a simple oops. Just that simply this trade could have been a full winner, like a 20-point winner, but you didn't allow that to happen, and that was the problem. Let's see if I was slipped on my break even because it was a I think I was. It's usually I am. Um but I'm also just a little bit worried because it ran up 20 points. I don't think I'm affected though. I'm gonna check. But yeah, now it's so close. I might front run it, but like it basically like a tick. Yeah, that was and that's liquidity sweep. Yeah, look at it play to POC. This is what I wanted, but I had to give pain, and I can't work with that pain. That pain is like too much. Where would I have to keep my stop? Yeah, no, that's crazy. Look at that continuation. That's life. That's just life. But I'm disappointed. Like it ran up 20 points. I know I was looking for more, but it's just I guess this is the problem when you're trading for more than when you're trading with like quite a bit of points. It's so hard to keep the brain satisfied because you're like, okay, it ran. I should have kept it at 10 points. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, I should have done that. Damn it. Okay, lesson learned. Could have kept it at 10 points. That's what I should have done. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I could have done that. That would have been the right play. Not break even. Because if it's already up 20 points and I'm looking for more than 20 points, keep it at 10 points. Okay, so that's just a lesson. Like, I'm learning and that's important. Like, but yeah, if I would have been happy with the 20-point trade. It kind of sucks that I was not able to take that. But at the end of the day, this week is just I'm profitable on the week. No, yeah, yeah, I'm profitable by 1 hour, so that's good. A little bit rough, but the market continues and it's not going anywhere, so I'm okay. At least it's not a loss, right? Um, yeah, I was slipped $165. Okay, I'm just basically paying for commissions. Okay, okay. What's better, a $1,500 loss or $160 loss? 160. So that's good. I'm happy with that. Let me just fully see, like, so gross. So I did take a little bit of slippage, and then the commissions. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, you're not seeing that. So just a little bit of a slippage, not anything bad, and then commissions. So yeah, 165 is very reasonable. It is what it is. I'm gonna take it and walk away because that's what I'm supposed to do. But lessons to definitely be learned. Lessons to definitely be learned. This was a suboptimal. Like, exit could have been focus on 20 points. You know, the pain, I couldn't handle that pain even if I was, yeah. But anyways, this could have definitely been played better. But we live and learn, and we're gonna improve. I think really what I just want to take from this is just that I got in that trade. There's no point to look for more. Um, and if I knew it was weak. That's why I moved to break even, and I didn't like think of moving, like giving it space. But I also was wanting to see, like, I also just should have moved it to 10 points. That's what I really should have done. I should have moved it to 10 points. But again, I guess what really bugs me is just like this is why, looking for a lot of points, I have to I have to like get better at the emotional regulation of it. Like, I'm calm right now, but still, like, I want to get better at it. Um, just simply the like if it ran up 20 points and then it comes back to 0 points, and I'm okay with that break even. It's not a loss, but you also know that you could have taken at 20 points, not at 28 points. So that's something to start teaching the brain to be calm about. But I feel good. I'm happy that's Friday. You know, at the end of the day, I am green on the week. Um, and I think today was an important lesson. Honestly, like the fact that I looked for more and I got wrecked, and the fact to see this, the market give that much pain in order. I mean, it's normal. The market will give pain in order to do its full move, but they're just trying to think too. Why is it saying? Oh, probably because, um, yeah, it gave that much pain to do that. Um, I think then yeah, I could have entered. Yeah, I truly could have. Like, another thing I could have done is that I could have avoided that. Just be patient and be like, yeah, but I would have been entered if I got, because I have my order here. I don't know how I would have avoided that, but anyways, it moved up, closed roughly, but then sellers came in and failed in liquidity sweep. If I got in there and played POC, that's a nice trade right there too. Anyways, live and learn. I'm happy it's just a scratch trade. Um, Basically break even. Just paying for commission. That's okay. Um, and Yeah, that's good. So lessons are there. I'm gonna take those lessons. I mean, this week was full of lessons, like the lack of the hesitation. Um, I still need to adapt with 20 points at 10 points. Feeling my brain is just defaulting to 20 points just because it's more, it's just more, and I have to be careful of that because my brain is on that more thing. But it's also feels good because I took a 1 20 point trade and I took one loss and I'm still green, right? So that makes me feel good. But of course, if I allowed myself to look for 10 points too, it's like, you know, I do have a higher win rate with 10 points naturally. Um, so that's there. But I don't think this was a wrong trade. I just think that I'm struggling with the execution of these trades. Like, you know, I could have got out for 20 points. I could have moved to 10 points. Um, my exit, I could have kept it at 10 points. There's things I could have done differently. And oh yeah, let me see my trailing threshold. I think it should be, let me just guess before I see it. It should be 5,000. It should be 5,000. That's a problem. It's not 5,000. It's $700 less. I'm just wondering. So because I ran up a whole 3,000. I was at 310, ran up to 3,000. But that's hmm, I'm not sure about that actually. I wish I could see it in more detail. I can't. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. I need like what? I'm like two losses. Yeah. Yeah, I have like three losses, like, if I manage the trades well. So that's good. I'm still like I'm still in a comfortable range, but that's what I was saying, that if I took that full trade and I got it for 3,000 for my 20 points, I would have had max trillion threshold, which is great, but I'm still like in this little range here. But I think yeah, I don't know why it's lower. I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure my highest threshold, my highest equity high was 13,000, like, uh, you know. So that's why I'm like, hmm. Anyways, tomorrow's a new week. There's Fed happening. I'm not there, but Thursday, Friday will be interesting after the Fed talk. Monday and Tuesday probably will be choppy. So have to be careful and survive and take it slowly. Uh, I'm gonna really focus on 10 points then at that time. So that's gonna be my focus. And just simply trade better. This week I'm happy that I came out surviving, but it was rough. Not super proud of, like, yesterday's trade, the hesitation, missing trades, and then like taking a suboptimal trade. And today, okay, I think today I'm mixed. Like I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, the trade worked, buyers came in, but simply I don't know why I was looking for 28 points. I should have kept it to 20 points, and that would have been lovely if I kept it to 20 points. And secondly, I could have moved my stop to 10 points since it ran up 20 points if I was looking for more than 20 points. So, just simply better execution when I'm in the trade. So that's these are fixable, and I'm happy that I'm learning about it for a break even. So that's great. I'm not learning it because of a loss. So let's just come back next week better. At the end of the day, yeah, I mean, that's about it. So let's get going now, and talk to you guys later. Hope you all enjoyed the stream, and have a great weekend. I'm gonna review my trades and find areas to improve, and then come back better and execute better, and you guys will see the journey. So take care, and I'll see you all later.